Once there was a young rat named Arthur who could never make up his mind. Whenever his friends asked him if he would like to go out with them, he would only answer, I don't know. He wouldn't say yes or no either. He would always shirk making a choice. His aunt Helen said to him, now look here, no one is going to care if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a blade of grass. One rainy day, the rats heard a great noise in the loft. The pine rafters were all rotten, so the barn was rather unsafe. At least the joists gave way and fell to the ground. The walls shook, and all the rats' hair stood on end with fear and horror. This won't do, said the captain. I'll send out scouts to search for a new home. Within 5 hours, the 10 scouts came back and said, we found a stone house where there is room and board for all of us. There is a kindly horse named Nellie, a cow, a calf, and a garden with an elm tree. The rats crawled out of their little houses and stood on the floor in a long line. Just then the old one saw Arthur. Stop, he ordered coarsely. You are coming, of course. I'm not certain, said Arthur, undaunted. The roof may not come down yet. Well, said the angry old rat, we can't wait for you to join us. Right about face march. Arthur stood and watched them hurry away. I think I'll go tomorrow, he calmly said to himself, but then again, I don't know, it's so nice and snug here. That night there was a big crash. In the morning, some men with some boys and girls rode up and looked at the barn. One of them moved aboard and saw a young rat, quite dead, half in, half out of his hole. Thus the shirker got his due. Kit, the quick little kitten, thinks it bit a pretty big fish. Dress. Many of Jeff's best friends slept in mesh tents in pleasant weather. Trap. The heroine black cat dashes at any man and lands on the plate carriage. Lot. The honest swan stops and acknowledges the fox, dodging the bothered wasp. Strut. Mother loves butter that comes from the southern countryside. Foot. The butcher should put the pudding in the wooden nook to cook. Bath. Can't half the staff ask to transfer to the enchanted castle in France? Cloth. Lawrence often offers Ross a Florida orange and horribly strong, frothy Boston coffee. Nurse. The early bird preferred the earthy warm. Fleece. These unique machines teach people to speak and reason. Face. The raven waits until late day for the great wave to break. Palm. Father and Ma said to calm the facade in the Nevada Plaza. Thought. The small walrus caught the hawk in the salty water. Goat. The rose slowly grows in Owen's old grove. Goose. The beautiful music booms and humans move to the groove. Price. The shy rider types at night to fight the silence in my mind. Choice. The spoiled boy hoists a toy from the soil. Mouth. Mountain of flowers crowd the grounds about the house. Near. There Deidre's fear seriously interferes with her ideal career. Square. Beware of scarce fairies, rare Mars, and scary prairie bears. Start. The Sahara Party marvels at the far star on the safari. North. Laura's warm aura. Reform stores horse for the important war. Force. The adorable boar snores hoarsely and notoriously hoards imported pork. Cure. The tourist endears rural tours of Europe and procures gourmet bourbon. Happy. The coffee, salami, spaghetti, and macaroni are ready. Letter. Sugar covers the tiger's whiskers. Comma. Bertha's and Cinderella's saga is a drama. Major players are Richard, Wilbur, and Harry are running around the treacherous river. L. Linda and Al put belly muscles laughing laboriously. NG. The singing mockingbird is swinging on the ring and dings the awning. TH. The thespians gather and breathe 3 authentic breaths together. H. Harry and Hillary happily harvest heaps of herbs behind the beehive. YOD. The cute, beautiful blue cuckoo resumes cooing suitable tunes enthusiastically. W. Will and Drew whistle when the wind blows between the whimsical weeping willows. ING. Miss Fanning is walking and hiking in Wyoming. As Susie lives in her sister's house on Easy Street with her Siamese cats and Siberian husky dogs.
How do you identify your gender?
Male.
How do you identify your race and ethnicity?
Um, I'm African American, but also African. I'm African American.
How old are you currently?
I'm 20.
Where were you born?
2002.
Where were you born?
Nigeria.
Where have you lived and how long did you live there?
I've lived in Nigeria for 13 years, and I've lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for 7 years.
What languages do you speak, and when did you learn these languages?
I speak Yoruba. It's my first language. I learned it when I was a kid, when I was born. And I also speak English. I learned it in school when I started attending school.
What is the extent of your education right now?
I'm a sophomore in college.
What are the influences on your accent?
Just American accent. Living in America and going to school had me change my accent from more British accent, Nigerian accent, to Americanized accent.
What do you think of your voice and accent?
I think they're pretty cool.
Do you sound like your family?
I sound like my siblings more, but I don't sound like my parents.
How do you differ?
Huh?
How do you differ from your parents?
Their accents are more thick. They're more broken. They speak more broken English, and their accents are not as Americanized as mine is.
Okay. Now I'm just going to ask you a question. You just have to answer. Could you tell me a life-changing moment that you experienced in your life?
A life-changing moment that I experienced was moving to America and switching schools, going from what I'm usually comfortable with to something new, and having to kind of adapt to changes in America and a country that I've never been in, and also just having to switch the way I talk so people understand me better. So yeah.
What is your favorite part of the Nigerian culture?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how it started. What the word favorite in Yoruba is. Àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ culture wà ní Nigeria tí mo like. Èyí tí mo èyí tí mo èyí tí mo like jù ní ọjọ́ Idli Fitri. A máa ṣe é ní every year. Every year yàtọ̀ tí every year yàtọ̀ tí a máa ṣe. What I said was we have a lot of cultures in Nigeria, but a lot of them are usually religious. And the one I like the most was Eid al-Fitr. It's a holiday we do every year.